It's recording. All right. The length of a rectangle is 1 more than twice the width of a rectangle. Which graph best represents the relationship between the length and the width W of the rectangle? So the length is 1 more than twice the width. How do you show twice the width? How would you say? How would you put that in numbers? Twice the width. Twice. What does that mean? Times. So we're twice the width. So 2 times the width. The length of a rectangle is 1 more than twice the width. How do you show 1 more? Yeah, plus 1. There you go. So we're looking for a line that has, don't forget, it's y equals mx plus b. Do you remember what b is?
B is the intersect.
Exactly, where it crosses the y. So our b is plus 1, so it has to be crossing at plus 1. So what answer can we get rid of?
We can get rid of j.
Yeah, we can get rid of j because it's crossing at plus 2. And then 2w, that's the slope, right?
Yes.
How do you write 2w or 2 as a fraction?
1 over 1?
Not 1 over 1. That would be 1.
Oh,
We need it to be 2.
2 over 1?
Yeah, 2 over 1. There you go.
Yeah.
2 over 1. So remember that means it is 2 tall and 1 wide. So we have to find one that is 2 tall and 1 wide. So let's go to the first one here. Turn it into a triangle like that. How tall is that triangle?
2.
How wide is that triangle?
1.
1. Is that 2 tall and 1 wide?
Maybe, yes.
Maybe. It is. That's 2 over 1. That's 2 tall and 1 wide, and that's what we're looking for. 2. It's F. Why is it not H, though?
It wouldn't be h.
How tall is H?
H is like 1.
Yeah, 1. How long is it?
2.
It's 2.
Oh.
So that's backwards. That's 1 over 2. And then G, if we turn that into a triangle, how tall is it?
2.
How wide is it?
2.
So that's 2 over 2, which is 1. Yeah, we don't need 1. We need 2. Okay? Kind of, sort of?
Yeah.
All right. Next. Yes, that's my face. Thank you, Haley, for pointing that out. So you don't even have to look at me. Just look at the screen.
Okay.
Why are you looking at me? I'm kidding.
I'm sorry.
Oh, what? All right. A table is shown below. Which statement best describes the data in the table? The value of y is 6 more than the value of x. Is the value of y 6 more than the value of x?
No.
Oh, it's true for that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's true for the first one,
Oh, yeah.
but it's not true for the second one, right?
So,
Not true for the second one. So it is not 6 more. It's only 6 more once, so it can't be A. B, the value of y is 2 more. Oh, this is a tough one. 2 more than twice the value of x. 2 more than twice the value. So let's just look at this one. It has to be 2 more than twice that. What does twice that mean?
like that and
Times what?
times the value of x.
No, it means twice. What's twice? Twice more. What is that? 2. Yeah, so it has to be 2 times more. So we would do 2 times more, but it also said 2 more than twice the value. So first we have to do twice the value, and then it says 2 more than that. So you would have to add 2 more. What is that? It'd be 6. Well, whenever x is 2, and we multiply that by 2 and then add 2 to it, does that equal 10?
Yes.
It does? Thought it equaled 6.
Oh. Yeah. I didn't look up.
Look, let's try it again with the next one. So it said that it's 2 more than twice that number. So you have to do twice that number of 3, right? That means 3 times 2, which is 6, right? But then it said twice more than that, or not twice more, 2 more than that. That would be 8, whoever was just saying that. Well, it doesn't equal 13, does it? So it cannot be, what letter was that?
That would be
cannot be B. C, the value of y is 4 more than 3 times. 4 more than 3 times. So what does 3 times mean? Literally, it tells you 3 times. 1 times 3, right? But 4 more than that. Plus 4. Yeah, so what does that equal? That's 1 times 3 is 3. 3 plus 4 is 7, right? Okay, so that one's good. And then the next one would be 3 times 2 times 3, and then 4 more than that. Well, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10. Let's try one more just to make sure. So 4 more than 3 times the number. So we have to do 3 times 3 plus 4. 4 more than that. 9 plus 4 is 13. I'm thinking it's C. It's probably C. I'll just check D real quick. The value of y is 4 times... Oh, that's an easy one. 4 times the value of x? No, that means 1 times 4, right? Yeah, that ain't true. Excuse me, that is not true. Should not say the word ain't. Because I'm a teacher. Just in case parents are watching. Alright? Algebra's tough sometimes. Alright. One triangle has side lengths of 12, 14, and 20. The second triangle has side lengths of 36, 42, and 60. What is the constant of proportionality? Do y'all remember how basic constant of proportionality means from class?
Like, it's constantly adding by 2?
Not adding, it's constantly multiplying or dividing. Okay? Well, I mean, adding by 2 over and over and over would be the same thing as multiplying by 2, right?
Yeah.
So, alright, so we have 2 triangles. We have triangle 1, which has 12, 14, and 20. And then triangle 2, or the second one, in the same order is 36, 42, and 60. So we just need to see what's constantly happening from side to side. What's happening? Or that y'all see that's happening.
I see constant multiplying by...
This is 1. This is 2. It's increasing, obviously, but by what?
2 is increasing by 6?
No, look, remember, constant of proportionality is how you get from one to the other. Like, how do I get from x to y? So how did this side right here, it grew, didn't it? How many times larger did it get? 12 times 2 is 24, girl. It needs to be 36. Yeah, that one's times 3. I don't know my 14, so I'm not going to check that one yet. But I know 20 times 3 is 60, right? Correct? And then I'm guessing 14 times 2 is 28. And then 14 more, that's 42. So then what's our constant of proportionality? 3. Yeah. Cool? Okay. This is where we struggle sometimes on these right here. Look at the table below. It shows the relationship between feet and yards. Which equation represents the relationship shown in the table? This is the y equals mx plus b. This is where we have to do the change. Like, how is y changing? How is x changing? Even though it's an f, it's not an x. How's y changing? Plus 2? Girl, that's plus 1.
Yeah, plus 1.
Plus 1, right? Plus 1. So if we went the other way, what do we have to do? No, the other way. If we went the other way, it'd be take away 1, yeah. Okay, and then the f, what's happening there? How's it changing?
Plus 3.
Yeah, plus 3. So if we went the other way, you would take 3 away.
And that would be 0.
Okay, so first we want the y-intercept, right? But the x has to be 0. I know that this is an f, but it's no different. So we would have to take 3 away how many times to get to 0? Just once. So then that means to the y, how many times do we have to do whatever that rule is? Once. So if we take 1 away from our y, what's our y? 0. So what's our y-intercept? No.
No, our y-intercept would be
You're
0.
confused because it says that it's 0, and you're like, it can't be 0. But it can be 0. Right? Because on a graph, isn't 0 right there? Yeah, it can be 0. A line can go through there. So our y-intercept, meaning the b, is 0. We don't necessarily have to write it, though. So honestly, just looking at it right now, the answers, what are you thinking?
I don't think it would be. It wouldn't be C, right? So we can write that off.
Holly, what'd you say? It's D. It has to be D. Because we're not adding or subtracting anything. The y-intercept goes through 0. Let's go ahead and prove it real quick, though. Because, you know, that's what good students do. Okay. So remember, it's the change in y. I know this is difficult over the change in x. Y over x. The y changed by 1. Huh. And the x changed by 3. What's happening here? Oh, y is 1. Oh.
Wait, but like,
Look at that. All that work. I'm going to have to edit that video. This is way simpler than we just made it, ladies and gentlemen.
when on here, like when I was doing it, I was just like wondering
Which
if you
equation?
Just, like, you divide it?
Which equation? From f to y?
Oh.
Good golly.
Like this was the one that
Good golly gosh.
you would divide it by 3.
Yeah, from f to
It's
y,
like-
you're dividing by
I
3.
was like, I wasn't sure if that would be correct or not.
Good gosh, man. Is it still, oh, look. Hey, look, though, it's still the same answer. Right? How do you get y? You divide f by 3, f divided by 3. So apparently no matter which way you do it, you'll get the right answer. Just don't do it the long way, like Haley just told us to do. I'm kidding. It was me. It was me. Okay. God, Haley, so much work. All right, let's look at the next one. Which table shows a constant rate of change of $3.25? We did this last year in 6th grade. It's like, which one's changing by $3.25? Hmm?
They didn't have this exact question, but they had a question similar to this.
Did they? So if you look at all the answer choices, these are all ham sandwiches. They all cost $3.25. They're all labeled the same. The first one, they're all one sandwich costs $1, or excuse me, one sandwich costs $3.25. So now we just have to find the one that's consistent, and each one is $3.25.
For 3, we would times 3.25 by 3.
Exactly. Each one is $3.25. So if you were to buy 3 of them, you would multiply $3.25, right? Times 3.
3.25x.
You can, yeah. 325 times 3 sandwiches. We could do this in our head.
9.75.
Right, because 3 times $3 is 9, and then 3/4 is 75 cents. Well, does that equal 10.50?
No.
No.
F and G off because they don't have.
Oh, because we know it's supposed to be 9.75.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can't be G.
So the answer should
Hang on there,
Okay.
Scooter. All right, so H, both of them are correct because 3 sandwiches should be $3.75. I see the 5s are different.